pleasant afternoon to all of you. My name is Kantapa Tasami. My family, friends, and teachers call me Champun. I'm studying at Thande School. I'm in primary 6. And I'm here today to tell you our stories. Do you love reading and hearing stories? I do too! Stories are fun and exciting. Not only that, we learn a lot from these stories. I hope you enjoy my chosen stories called The 3 Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs with their mother in a small house. It was time for them to go into the world and learn how to live on their own. The mother pigs called the 3 little pigs next to her. My dear children, the time has come for you to go into the world and go and start a new life. But always remember, what you do in this world, do the best you can. The 3 little pigs were sad to say their goodbye to their mother and went on their way. After a while, they finally found a piece of land where they could build their own home. The youngest one wanted to build his house with a store. He finished his house in 1 day. Hey guys, I'm already finished my house. The oldest pig walked and looked at his house and said, "It doesn't look strong at all." The youngest pig replied, "Don't worry, brother, nothing gonna happen." The middle pig decided to make his house out of wood. He finished his house in 3 days. The oldest one walked toward him and said, "How would this protect us from the wolf?" The youngest and the middle pig said to his brother, "Who is afraid of the big bad wolf?" And while the 2 little pigs were playing, the oldest brother was building his house from a brick. The 2 little pigs said to their brother, "Come and play with us. Are you that scared of the wolf?" The oldest brother didn't listen and finished his house in 7 days. A day later, a hungry wolf arrived nearby the house. The wolf went to the youngest house first. The wolf knocked on the door and said, "Open the door for me and let me in. If you don't, I will huff and I will puff and blow your house down." The youngest replied, "I'm not scared of you." So the wolf huffed and puffed and blew the youngest pig's house down. The youngest pig ran to his brother's house, who made out of wood. He knocked on the door and asked his brother to let him in. The middle pig said to his little brother, "Don't worry, brother, this house is strong." The wolf knocked on the door and said, "Open the door and let me in. If you don't, I will huff and I will puff and blow your house down." And the 2 little pigs said, "We're not scared of you." So the wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house down. The 2 little pigs were running to their oldest brother's house. They knocked on the door and said, "Brother, open the door and let me in. The wolf is coming." The oldest pig let them in. The wolf knocked on the doors and said, "Open the door and let me in. If you don't, I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house down." When the wolf huffed and puffed until he was out of breath, exhausted, he finally thought of another way to go into the house. He saw the chimney and started to climb up the roof, realizing that the odious pig quickly lit up the fireplace, and being a big pot of water. And the wolf threw himself into the chimney, went straight to the boiling pot, and cried out, "Ah! Help me! I'm burning! Ah!" And finally, free from the wolf, the three little pigs hugged each other with joy and lived happily ever after. Thank you for listening to my stories. The moral lesson of these stories is whatever you do, do the best you can. Thank you for listening.